Welcome to Piano Video Lessons Chording with Christmas. This is lesson 6, and in this lesson we're going to be playing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen in the key of E minor. This is a relative minor to the key of G major, which we just used when we played Joy to the World. So grab your sheets. You can get them here if you click the info card and also linked in the video description. There are two versions of this, the standard lead sheet and the big note lead sheet, which has the letters written inside the note heads in case you have a hard time with music reading. So I'm just going to put this one aside because this one's easier for the camera to see. And you're also going to need your chord reference sheet, which is at the back of your package. And you'll need a couple of other things too, but I'll show you those as we get to them. So we're in the key of E minor, and what that means is we're using E as our starting note, but it's going to have an F sharp. So there's your music theory lesson for the day. In the key of E minor, we're going to be playing the chords E minor, A minor, B, which has an F sharp and a D sharp, G, C, and D major with an F sharp in the middle. Now in this piece, we only need E minor, C major, B with the two sharps, and A minor, and G. So those are the, is that every chord? Maybe it is. E minor, A minor. Yeah, we use them all. So there, we just use them in a different order. So for level, we're going to learn this piece in 3 levels. Level 1 is the simplest. And I'm not going to teach you how to play this tune with the right hand. I'm assuming that you can teach this part to yourself using the music. So we start here at the beginning of the tune, and with our left hand, we're going to play the melody, the chord notes that are written above here. So in level 1, or if it says E with a small m, that's E minor, we're just going to play E. And then for the letter C, we'll just play a C. Then we have a B, and E minor, C, B, and then we have an A. Now there's a G, which we could go down for, or we could go up for it. I'm going to go down, I think. And then E, and then G, and then D, and then G, and then B, and then E. So we can reach them all just right here in this close position. So here we go. We'll play God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and our left hand will play a single note anytime there's a chord symbol above the melody. So here we go. So I'm playing another E here. Don't forget your F sharps in the right hand. Anytime you play an F in the key of E minor, it will be a sharp. Now E again in the left. I'm on line 2, another E. Here comes a C. Now a B. Now we're on to A. This is the most basic form of lead sheet that there is. Now we're on to a G in the left, so I'm going to go down 1 note. And now left hand E. Now left hand D. Now G. And then B. Now E. And D in the left, A on the right. Reach down for G, now a B, and with E. You can go down if you want to make it sound a little more solid at the bottom. So that's the most basic way you can interpret a lead sheet. And that's the great thing about lead sheets, is they're very interpretive. We can do whatever we're comfortable with in the left hand in some representation of these chords. So that was level 1. Now for level 2, we're going to play the full triad in its root position, which means exactly the way it's written here, all of the notes playing a skip apart. So this, it's always going to use fingers 1, 3, 5, and we're just going to hop between the chords as they appear. So that means we'll play E minor, C major, B major, E minor, just like that, as we play the right hand. So let's go ahead and try that. Here we go, 3 note chords. Now C, 3 note chord. Now B, don't forget those 2 sharps. E minor. Don't forget your F sharp in the right hand. Now C in the left. Now B in the left. Now an A. That's A minor. Now here we are up to G. Or we could have gone down. Any G major chord is fine. Now E minor. And then a D chord on the left. Now G and B E minor. D has a sharp in the middle. Here we have G, B, I'm sorry, and then down to E minor. So that is level 2, playing all of the notes, all of the chords with all 3 notes in them. Now, level 2B involves using those same chords, but using them in voicings that help keep your hand from jumping so much. So here we go from E minor to C, and you can see here that it goes E minor to C by just changing one note, because the C chord is the notes C, E, G, and I just put the C on the top. And then we have the B chord, and to play this one, we can just go down a tiny bit here. So from the C, you can go down for B. And then we're back to E minor. And it does that again. Now this next time it comes through, we get to this B. The next chord we need is A. And look, right here, I can play A, C, and E, A minor. And then from A minor, we'll go to a G chord. So I can just move them all down 1, and then end with E minor here in root position again. Now to get from D minor to, from E minor to D, we just have to come down here and play root position. I have a little M there, but it's actually written as D major in this key, which does have the sharp. And then G, and then a B chord with keeping the B exactly where it is. It's that same one we did before, and then back to E minor. And that repeats again on the last line. So let's go ahead and try play the piece using those close position voicings. We call it a voicing because the way the individual voices of the chords are played, it favors a particular note. Here we go. Starting with the right hand. And now E minor. This one's in root position. E minor again. Now when we play our C chord, remember we're just going to go up and then B. So I've just done this arrangement of those chords, and now I'm here, back to E in root position. Now I have C with my thumb just moving up one note, and then for B again. Now for A, I'm just going to go very close, A, C, and E. And for G, I'll just go down all the same. Each goes down one note. Now for G, E minor, G on the right. And now for this D chord, I'm going to take it in root position. So my G is G, B, D right there. And my B chord. And now D in root position again. And then we have G and B in this inversion. So that's a whole lot easier on the left hand than jumping around. It's a little harder on the brain sometimes, coming up with the close position inversions. But if you use this sheet, you'll be able to do it no problem. And if you're playing a piece on your own, you can look for those close position inversions, because there's actually no right or wrong way to do that as long as it's close and comfortable. Now for level 3. In this level, we're going to be playing chord arrangements. So we're going to be using the notes from the chords, but we're going to be playing them not always just as a group of 3 notes. Sometimes we'll just play these 2 notes, the bottom and the top. Or we could play bottom, top, middle, top. Or we could play octaves. Or we could play bottom, 5th, top. Or actually, that's bottom, top, and then octave again. So that's a 1-5-8 pattern. And we could cross that over and go 1, 5, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a little bit of an arpeggio. And basically what we're doing is we're taking the middle note here, that instead of playing it in the middle, the E, bringing it over the top. So this piece has a sort of a solid, strong sound. So the chords often sound good in big octaves. Let's try that. That's interesting. And we could try doing maybe this one where it goes the bottom of the chord, the top of the chord, that same note down an octave, and then back to the top. So for E minor, that would be like this. It's kind of, I don't know, it sounds a bit like a ballad or something from back in the days of bards. What do you think of that? how I've changed it, and I'm doing the 1-5-8 pattern. And that's the great thing, is you can change to whatever suits you. And here I'll just do like a straight up D chord, 4 notes. And then I'll go back to this and I'll add that top note, why not? And so for B, I'll do the same thing. So B, and that's the 5th, and then the crossover. So let me show you what I did on that B. I came down B, A, G, F, E, and in my left hand I went root 5th, root 3rd to give me 4 beats. So coming down on the melody, and then the 5th of the chord, and then the octave chord again, so another B, and the note that I didn't play was D sharp, so I'm going to grab it here as I finish my melody, and then I have an E minor. I did root 5th, root, cross to that 10, and then I finished it with another B, because that's my E minor triad. I don't have that one on the list, but it's just an extension. 1 extra note. Still the same notes from the E minor chord. I'm only playing E, G, or B. So you can now have fun and experiment with all the different ways you could play these chords. I've got a little bit of a like a jazzy. I don't know if this would work. It's different. I just varied up the rhythm a little bit there. I can't resist having fun doing little jazzy things to the melody, and that's cool. If you want to do that, you can. All right, so that's the end of the lesson for God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Our next lesson is We Three Kings, so come on back for that one.